we're just gonna let that do what it does. I'm also gonna go onto the sides of my nose. Guys, I forgot to contour my nose. Forgot to contour my nose. This is real life, people. Hold please. What's up, you guys? So I recently did my own makeup for an award show in Las Vegas, the Stellars, and I did a little time lapse on my Instagram, and you guys were like, hold up. That was moving way too fast. So if you have a special occasion coming up or you just want to glam, baby, I'm about to give you the step-by-step tutorial. Years, I am so blessed that I've gotten to work with some of the most incredible makeup artists, and trust me, I have learned so much from them. And I actually love that if they're ever not available or I just can't hire them, hey listen, it's also very expensive, I can figure it out on my own. And I think for so many of you, you can relate to that and you just want to be able to do it yourself. You never want to feel like if you don't have a makeup artist on hand, you can't beat your own face. She is also Frugal Fran, and you know this. So when I can save some money, I'm trying to save some money. And I felt like this was the perfect occasion. I obviously had Ray with me, who I knew was gonna whip up the hair, and I was like, I got this. So one of the first steps to doing your makeup like a pro is prepping the skin. And one of my favorite ways is by, dermaplaning. This is the little device that I use. Guys, you can get this at the 99-cent store. You can literally get it at, I wanna say I actually got this at like Marshall's. I think I got this at Marshall's. And what I'm going to do with this is dermaplane my face, which is pretty much shaving any peach fuzz that I might have on my face so that my foundation and all the products that I'm gonna be layering today lay as smoothly as possible. And it goes a little something like this. We should speed this part up. Shaving your face on camera gets weird. Okay, got a piece of tissue. Let me show you what is coming off. It's going to like this. I have the finest little peach fuzz, and the peach fuzz on my skin is gonna come off like blondish. But you guys, I swear, this makes your foundation lay so flat. And once I do this, since I'm already here, I don't have to do it as often if I go in with my at-home IPL machine you guys know I love. So once I've dermaplaned my entire face, I'd like to do this for a special occasion, but I don't wanna be doing this every single day. I wanna make this hair removal last, so girl is gonna break out her Kenzzi. You guys know that I absolutely love my Kenzzi. It is literally a hair removal device that you can use at home. It's an IPL handheld machine. Trust me, you guys, this is a must. It makes me not have to do this as often. And more than that, it also has other benefits. So one, it obviously makes sure that the hair isn't growing back that fast, so I do not have to dermaplane as often. It makes sure that the skin comes in softer and lighter every single time. Two, I love that it actually is giving me skin rejuvenation with the laser. And three, it actually helps fight against fine lines and wrinkles. And you guys know that I have what we are now calling freckles, but baby, the reality is it is age spots. So I love that it helps with all of those things, and I literally can do it in the comfort of my home. So I'm going to break out the machine and show you how I use it. What I love about my Kenzzi is that it is convenient because you can do it at home. It is safe and it is super efficient. I have loved my Kenzzi results in other parts of my body, so baby, she can use it on her face as well. And I really, really love that you get to see results literally within like a few weeks, and you get the full effect in 12. Okay, so now that I'm putting my Kenzzi machine away, we're going to move on, but you know your girl always has a hookup, and the hookup is 20% off of your Kenzzi. All you have to do is click the link in the description, head on over to kenzzi.com, Kenzzi.com, and use my code, which is LA20 for 20% off. Boom, trust me, you guys are gonna see the difference, and when I tell you this makeup is about to lay beautifully. You're gonna love it. Here we go. Once we have dermaplaned and IPL'd, we are now gonna make sure that the skin is super moisturized. I love doing my own makeup because I feel like I know my face the best. That's just the reality. 2, I know exactly the look that I'm going for. And 3, I actually, as I've gotten older, really love showing more skin. And I feel like a lot of makeup artists will see me on the gram and be like, she is a glam girl. She wants a beat. She wants to be beat to capacity. While yes, that definitely was who I am, I also feel like I've evolved into a different space where I want to show my skin. I like my little freckles, sunspots, age spots to show a little bit through. And I feel like low-key, you guys have gassed me about how bomb my skin is. And so I'm like, let it show. So the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize. If I have no makeup on for the day and I just want some great moisture, you guys know that my go-to is always Kiehl's for that. But I gotta be honest, sometimes when I'm laying makeup on my Kiehl's, it can almost be too juicy, too dewy. And because I knew I was gonna be photographed today, I was gonna be on television, lights, camera, action, you definitely want to make sure that that makeup is not moving. Also, it was a heat wave in Las Vegas. I think it was 110 degrees. She was already sweating a lot, she being me, and I just needed to not look greasy. So I skipped out on the Kiehl's that day and I actually went with my Trinity London Intense Peptide Moisturizer, and it's called Bounce Back for nourished, rejuvenated skin. And I felt like my makeup stuck better in place using this. So I am gonna put 2 pumps of this in my hand. 1, 2, that's all you need. Guys, I had to learn the hard way. Do not forget to moisturize your neck. So here we go. Also, you guys know that everything irritates my skin, and I was actually shocked because when you say peptides, I'm like, oh, that's gonna burn. Like that just sounds like acid and burning, and I have the most sensitive skin, and I just dermaplaned and IPL, like no, nothing at all. It actually makes my skin feel amazing. Now I'm weird about my jawline. I like to use my fingers like this to kind of pull back. I wanna make sure that if them cameras are hitting me at every angle, her jawline is snatched. But this motion, I got to participate in the virtual Poosh, I don't know if it was a festival during the pandemic, and like I got to work with a woman that showed me how to pretty much like do lymphatic drainage on your face. And this is one of the things she taught me, and I'm like, I see a difference. We are moisturized. Also, you guys, I do not have lash extensions. I think I have like 1 or 2 lashes left. Like literally 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. They're holding on for dear life. So we're gonna be using falsies today. And I hope I give you guys a little bit of insight, because I know that sometimes that can be like the scariest thing. First step is going to be moistening. Do you guys hate the word moist? Comment below if you feel weird about the word moist. There are people that feel away. I'm going on record and saying I am not one of those people. Plug your ears. We're gonna make sure that we have a very moist sponge. I like to wet mine, and then I literally will put it in like a towel and take out all the excess water in it, and now it's just juicy and big and moist. Okay, and I am going to start by using the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow. It is broad spectrum, SPF 27, and I am using the color 400W. Now, while this technically is a foundation, I'm going to use it as a concealer because I do not want to foundate my entire face. I actually want to intentionally leave some of my skin exposed so that you can have more of a radiant look, but at the same time have full coverage where you need it. Okay, so I am going in with my under eyes. I don't know why I love this color so much. I feel like it's got a little bit of yellow in it, which I feel fights any of the bluish purple dark under eye situation. I am going to also hit any areas that are like slightly rosacea vibes, my pink cheeks. Okay, so I feel like that's enough padding. Now, I just feel like my skin looks all even. I'm gonna do slightly above my eyes as well. And now we are going to contour. That's literally it. Like, I have laid out here all these concealers, and trust me, I have used these. I love Rose Ink as a concealer. If you use a concealer or you need one or you feel like it's a must-have for you, highly recommend Rose Ink. Also, they do have an incredible Tinty Doll Lancome Ultra Wear. This is awesome. I might go in with it after, depending on how I feel. But I don't know. That day, I did not use concealer. We're gonna see what's gonna happen today, though. I actually just used the foundation as my concealer, and you'll see that I'll reapply it a few times if I feel like I need to layer it slightly. Next step is, gosh, I've used this down to, guys, what? This is all we have left. This is it. This used to be a full stick, and I have used it down because I'm obsessed with this color and I'm obsessed with the way it blends so beautifully. And this is Lancome's Tinty Doll Ultra Wear in the color 500 Suede W. And I'm going to literally go into my forehead, go into these areas. You guys already know how I do this. I don't know what design that is, but it's giving a crown of thorns, okay? I'm just saying. It used to be a praise person for the concealer. Now we got a crown of thorns on. Guys, literally, do you guys not remember other videos when I would say, put it down here? Do not do that. If you want your face to look slimmer, you want to go higher up with your contour, and that for me has been a huge game changer. I'm not putting this anymore, but you know, give me a second. Now, once I've patted in kind of where I want that contour to be, I'm gonna go back in with my sponge and just blend a little bit more, so that I don't completely lose the contour, because that would be pointless, but that it now becomes a bit more seamless. I still want that little highlight in the middle of my forehead. This should always stay lighter, guys. Fun fact, this is just like an area on your head that should have a slight pop of a lighter color. I don't know what it does, but I feel like it helps shade the forehead. Your forehead looks glowy and dewy and youthful, and at the same time, it helps to keep your contour on your forehead that makes your forehead not look as big. So we are shrinking it all in and giving it all chiseled vibes. So now we are just blending in a bit of that. And now I'm gonna set it. So far this is what we've done. We prepped our skin, we concealed, we contoured, and now we are going to set what we've just done with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in Banana. So I'm gonna open this like this. I'm gonna tap a little bit into the top. I don't know, this is just how I do it. Tap it into the top. And then I am going to pull out this Makeup by Mario brush, which I'm obsessed with. I don't know, oh, it has a number, A21A. Oh no, that's a lie, that was the China thing. It's actually the F3 brush. F3, I got that confused with that. F3 it is, and I'm gonna use different sides for different things, but I am pretty much going to tap into this cap like so. And then I'm going to suck my cheeks in like a fish. And I'm actually putting white where I used to put contour. Game changer. And I'm gonna go from pretty much my mouth to where my piercing is, right up to my ear. Like that. And like that. I actually really should use the smaller side of this for that so that it's more precise. And we're gonna leave that. We're just gonna let that do what it does. I'm also gonna go onto the sides of my nose. Guys, I forgot to contour my nose. Forgot to contour my nose. This is real life, people. Hold, please. I'm obsessed with this Trini London brush for contouring my nose. And it is right here. This is actually their conceal and eye contour, but I love it for my nose. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, this, and this. Okay, I'll give you guys a closer look at that. Get up in my face. Okay, so this is going to literally get brushed up into my brow, nose, nose, right up in there, right up to my brow again. Just like that. Voila. Back to baking. From here, I am going to pick up my Kiko brow pencil. It's the Eyebrow Micro Precision by Kiko Milano, the automatic pencil in the color 05. Okay, so I brush my brows up like this, and then I am going to literally so softly just kind of go under it like this. Like, I like to kind of outline where I'm trying to go and connect and fill in any spaces. So like for me, this top gets a little strange. And then I just kind of brush it through. I am currently loving like a bushy brow, but I'm so over the overly laminated look. Like, I do not want to look like all stuck straight up. Like, I think there's a happy medium that we're gonna find here, people. I also like to draw in fake spike strokes all throughout like that, and then just kind of do that. Guys, I'm about to climb. Like, how do I get closer up? Okay, and let me get these spikes going and brush it up. Like so. Okay. See, that's not like crazy dramatic, but I feel like it's a good little boost of a brow. So that's that part of my brow, and then we go in with Glossier's Boy Brow, which is really gonna make them look fuller and then like spike up the front for that brow that I'm loving, that bushy brow. Again, I love the idea of like a fluffy brow. I don't want the laminated, like overly shocked look. That is not what I'm going for. It just made me think of the line in the Cheetah Girls. The Mary J. Blige tickets are sold out. I think I say that in that film. And at the time, crazy enough, I used to go to a woman that would thread my brows in Queens. Shout out to Queens. Shout out to all those people that thread eyebrows. No one is more precise. I'm so here for it. But the problem is, I don't know what she was threading. She was threading my thoughts because I didn't have eyebrows to begin with. So I'm a little perplexed when I think about how I was there faithfully every other week to get what threaded off my eyelids. I do not know. Guys, comment below if you've ever had your eyebrows threaded and just how ridiculous you feel holding your eyelid down and the other part up. It feels ridiculous, especially if you have clammy hands like I do. Comment below if you've ever experienced the slippage of like trying to hold your eyeball and it's slipping and it's hot and you're like, it's a lot going on. So let's just get into this boy brow and watch me fake it. This is going to create a fluffy brow, not a crazy bushy brow. It's also not going to create a fully laminated sitch. But you guys see that. That looks cute. Okay, now I'm going to clean up underneath using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I can't even read what this is because I've used this so much for so long that there is nothing written on it anymore. It's gone. So we have a side that is shimmery, which is the highlight, and then there's the other side that's matte. I'm gonna start with the matte side here in the front. And then I'm gonna use the highlighted part right under the brow bone that I want to be highlighted. So I don't want shimmer in the front, I just want it right here. And then I'm gonna go in with this brush right here, and I'm gonna go under and clean. I have a smaller brush at some point for this, but hey, charge that to the game. Do people say that still? Charge that to the game? I feel like in all the travels in Europe and everything, it probably got lost. Charge that to the game. Charge that to the game means like it happens. Like it's part of the reality is the game was we've been traveling in Europe, and what has been charged is the fact that things are gonna get lost in the process. You never heard charge that to the game? Like charge that to the fact that we've been traveling a lot.
So like blame something.
Yeah, you charge it to that. Mm-hmm. Guys, I'm sorry. These brows are pretty impeccable. Obsessed. Moving on. Okay, so my brows are done. Brows are locked in, and now we are going to move into eyeshadow, which I actually find to be the hardest part of doing my makeup on occasions like this, because although I do my own makeup on a daily basis in real life, I'm not a big eyeshadow person on a day-to-day basis. So I'm like, man, like the eyes have to look like extra special for the special occasion. And so I went to Target and I picked up this palette from ColourPop, and it's called Feeling Toasty. I felt like they had some pretty good options up in here. But I knew that I want the base of my eye to be matte and not all shimmery. So I am actually going to use the Anastasia banana powder, whatever I had left over, to set my eyelids before going in with any other color, just to kind of neutralize the lid and mattify it. So I am going to use this Mario brush, which is E3, the E3 Mario brush. And I even have some just left over on this other brush. So I'm gonna pretty much just get up in there. I probably could even use, let me tap the bottom, this to kind of go over, mattify my eyelid. So now that I've mattified my lids, I am now going to go in with some color, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually go in with Slow Burn, which is this slightly shimmery, still nudie color, and I'm gonna put that over just this part of my lid with this brush, the E3 that I just showed you guys. So I'm gonna go right here, and that is gonna go right here. And while it looks really shimmery on here, it's not so crazy shimmery in real life. Oh, actually, it doesn't even look shimmery on camera. So now that is literally just gonna go right here on this part of my lid. Like literally just the lid. We're not going all the way up here with it. It's just staying right in the little almond area of my eyelid. What I love most about this is that you don't have to be perfect, because you're gonna blend so much that you don't have to be crazy precise. Like a lot of makeup artists that are incredible and professional makeup artists are phenomenal artists in general. Like they're painters, they can draw like really, really well. Ari, you guys know that's my girl. She's a phenomenal artist. Jackie, my New York makeup artist, again, like she can really like draw and paint and Some of them even went to art school. I can't draw a stick figure. Literally, I cannot draw to save my life. So I get concerned when I think about like, okay, proper shading and blending. I love that this is goof proof. I'm just, look, this is like painting for dummies, okay? We're just gonna go right on the lid like that, and we're gonna blend it all so much that that's it. Boom. Okay, moving right along. Next, we are now gonna go in with this color called Spiced Rum, right there. And let me get a different brush for this. This is my blender. I'm gonna now use the Sigma Eye Shading in E55. Guys, I feel very professional. I feel like Sigma, like it's like very something. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this color. I just tap, tap, tap it. This can get complicated, so I'm gonna pull in this. Now what I'm going to do is close my eye and I'm going to carve out my eyelid. You see that? Ooh, that was pretty. Okay, same thing on the other side. Just like that. Now, it's not even the same. It's not even the same. I told you, it's about to be goof proof. We're just gonna, just trust me. There is a method to my madness. Stay with me on the journey, people. Right there. Then we're gonna go right there. Then I'm going to slightly connect that with the under of my eye. Like that. Oh, I kind of OD'd. Look up when you do this and then kind of connect. Now, as you connect, I like to create a shape in the corners. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna take a little bit of tissue. I'm just gonna slightly go under like that. When y'all be complaining about the audio of my videos and then we can't have no AC, it's a lot for me. Okay, so. So I'm gonna go back with this spiced rum while I sweat to death in my bathroom. We're in a heat wave in LA, people, but for you, here I am. And I'm gonna drag it out like that. The dragging out is so necessary for my eye shape. If you are like me and you have close set eyes, let me tell you why you guys thought I had a nose job. Because I was getting what I call the reverse contour treatment. Reverse contour for me was years of having my makeup done in a way that literally does the opposite of what I do today. For instance, I like to have white in here and then thin out my nose, right? But I also need a dark here so that my nose doesn't look like a hangy ball. It has that effect. Like that's like, if I smile, this is gonna hang. This is just the way I was made. This is how God and Freddie Bailon made me, okay? So I have to be conscious of making sure there's white on the sides. And also, if you notice, I never wear black inside of my waterline because I already have smaller almond-shaped eyes. My eyes will disappear, and that's not the vibe that I'm going for. Along with that, I always need to have lighter in the front and I need to elongate my eyes. If not, it makes the bridge of my nose appear higher like toucan sand from the Fruit Loops box. That's not the look we are going for. So I'm very aware of making sure that my nose contour goes up to my eyebrow. And then we're gonna highlight here, which is gonna give the illusion of a swoop down nose when y'all know good and well, I have a really, really high bridge like toucan sand. Toucan Sam, that wasn't his name?
Sam.
Okay, Toucan Sam. That was his name?
Yeah, it was Toucan Sam.
Oh, Toucan Sam. I've always said Toucan Sam. Toucan Sam from the Fruit Loops box. He was the parrot. But that is not the look we're going for. So my job is to create an illusion, which is draw everything out this way so that you're not looking this way. We are drawing attention out here, so it's not all up in here. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you because I have trauma from people doing the opposite when they do my makeup and it going really bad. So again, we are right up in here elongating, and then we're going to drag that right back in. At this point now, I am going to break out the Mario EF1 that I told you is a must-have, and I'm gonna use this flatter part to go in with this Cinnabon color. So now the Cinnabon color definitely is more like a sparkly, shimmery, rosier color, not as orange and more of a cranberry-ish vibe. And I'm going to grab that and I'm gonna drag it right up in here. Also, if you have things that are more shimmery, they're easier to blend and they're more forgiving. But I like to set things in matte, so I don't want a whole shimmer eye. I want some dimensions, but like, this is gonna be helpful because this is not the ultimate goal. I wanna say that one more time. This is not our ultimate goal, okay? This is not the look we are going for. She needs to be blended out. Just give her a second. Okay, so then we go like this, go around like this. Okay, and now I'm gonna start blending. This brush is so necessary and I actually have no idea where I got it from. Oh, it's e.l.f. Good old CVS find. It is e.l.f. Is it pronounced e.l.f. or is it E-L-F? Either way, it's the Fluffy Eye Blender, and I'm going to take this and once again, dip it in that same exact shimmery color. And we are now going to start to blend. And I'm gonna end up going in and using a little bit more concealer in just a little bit, but for now, this is where we're at. And now I am going to break out the Byredo Ambivalent Crayon Pencil. And I love this pencil because it's actually in this dope, moody maroon color, like almost like an eggplant. And I am going to line my eyes with this. So literally from the front, again, this is like makeup for dummies. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be precise. Do your best. That's all we out here trying to do, okay? And then I use these pointy nails of mine to create a bootleg wing. You see that? Okay, this is the base of the eyes. So now that we've pretty much got the foundation of the eyes down, we're gonna add the pop, which actually was Ray's favorite moment on my eye. Again, I feel like when you add shimmer, glitter vibes, any of that, it definitely helps to be a little bit more forgiving for anywhere that you may have messed up with your dimensions in your shadow. So I am going to use, again, I got this at Target. This is ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter in the color Ritz. And it looks like this. So be careful with it, and I'm going to place it right in the center of my lid. And this is where the magic is gonna happen. To pat, pat, pat these colors in, and then I love a good highlight in the front where my tear duct is, just a little bit, to highlight up in those areas. That is a must for me. And the shape of my eyes. And then we are going to go in with this eyeliner. I love this Wet n Wild breakup proof, skinny, waterproof liquid eyeliner. Obsessed. And I'm pretty much gonna go over the line that I created with the Byredo ambivalent color. I might actually just go a little over right now too. Boom. Okay. So now we're gonna go in with this. Guys, how tiny is this pen? Like, that is the tiniest pen. And so literally you can get right up in the corner like this and just sort of go right along. Like, this is literally the skinniest pen. And I love it because you already have an outline for where you're trying to go. I'm gonna use this to get a little closer at. And I drag that wing out pretty far because when we pop my lash on, again, I'm going for that illusion of eyes that are wider set than they really are to take away from my very high bridge. And I intentionally do not put a lot of black in the front. I'm gonna do one more coat on this side just to make sure. And now we are gonna pop some lashes on. Here we go. I love the Ardell Wispies. They are my favorite. Here we have our first one, like this. I am going to take off from the end. Always from the end because I actually really want this smaller lash to be the entrance of my lash. I don't want to like start with a long lash. So we're gonna leave the front and then they usually get heavier at the end and we're gonna take off. I like to measure. In this case, I'm gonna do 4 sections. So I count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably could see it better if you see the band. And I love a good clear band. So 4 little pieces are gonna get snipped off. And that is gonna leave me with a lash that is this long. And now I'm going to use Duo, which is literally the only lash glue I use. Duo in the dark tone. And I'm gonna put a little bit on there, let it air dry just a bit. I'm gonna blow on it so that it can get slightly tacky, and then I'm gonna place it. Okay, now I am going to place it in the corner, literally like this, at the very end of that wing. Make sure you let that dry. Just kidding. Imagine you could direct your blow. You know, just fan it. I really should invest in one of those little fans. I've seen makeup artists use that and it actually works really well. And then I always push the lash up because there is nothing worse than this just being droopy and now that just gave you a whole droopy eye. We want this to stay nice and perched. And again, it's giving the illusion. Guys, look at the big difference. This eye is like, chilling down here. This one is like, yes, fierce. This is giving fierce eye. I'm gonna go over the band of my fake lash with some eyeliner. Again, I'm gonna go back in with this Wet n Wild pen afterwards, and then you will not see that at all. It's gonna cover it completely. Oh, another fun thing I like to do is I have very rounded eyes. So when you take these off the plastic, it is always a smart idea to kind of grab it by the sides and wiggle it like this to kind of make the band go rounder with your eye. That also helps it stay in the spot because you don't want that thing lifting and popping off. Especially in the corners, you don't want it lifting. So kind of just taking a moment to do this is super helpful to make it wrap around and stick closer to your eye. Okay, lashes are on. While they dry, I'm going to retouch my under eye situation. Okay, so again, I'm going in with the Lancome Tint Idéal. Going back in with the Tint Idéal under my eyes and the Beauty Blender, just the slightest bit. Literally, like, that's how much I put. Like a droplet. Let's not get crazy with it. And then I'm going to just kind of go like this. Like this. And I am once again going to kind of pat down my nose again where that white powder once was. Guys, it's so wild how many techniques there are for certain things. And I honestly feel like the best techniques you could learn are from just doing your own makeup and learning your own face and learning what you like, because the reality is, like, I've done my makeup so many different ways and I've learned so many different techniques, and there have been techniques that like other people are like, this is the way to do it, and I'm like, that does not work for me. And that's a word for life. There is no blueprint. There's no one way to do something. So I definitely would say, like, I feel like a makeup artist would watch this and be like, did he just go over the white powder with foundation? Sure did. What you laughing at? But it works for me. Like, that works. Then I can go back in with the black liner. So as that's drying, I'm also going to put that white powder back where I just took it off of. So, banana powder. Back on the sides of my nose. Back under. Boom. Okay. Now we are going to go in and line our eyes one more time using the Wet n Wild Skinny Waterproof Liquid Liner. And we're going to go over the band of the lash that we just placed on there so that you don't see any glue, so that you don't see any possible lifting. If you placed it in the wrong spot, this is your moment to fix that, or at least make it look right, or at least make it look intentional. Boom. Okay. And now I am going to slightly smoke out the bottom of my my bottom lashes. I'm going to smoke them out just a little bit, and I am going to use this. Actually, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. I am going to go in with the Mario EF1. Again, I'm going to wipe off whatever was on there before. And I'm going to go back in with Cinnabon. And now we're going to take Cinnabon into the corners and just kind of wipe that in there and kind of give it more of a sultry vibe. And this one now has like shimmer, and it's slightly darker than the one I placed before. And I love that. Okay, now we are going to highlight. So this is the powder nose contour that I do kind of at the very end, and I'm using Hoola. I stole this from Lana. She's never getting it back. This is the Hoola Believe This Bronze by Benefit, and it's the mini, which I even love more. Okay, so now to go in and do a powder contour on my nose, I'm going to use the Mario E3 again. Kind of just wipe it off. If you have brush cleaner, even better. If not, do what you got to do. Okay, and I am going to go in with this Hoola bronzer. And I am going to, again, from my nose down, do this. Where'd it go? Oh, there she is. Again, just kind of blending this all together. Okay. And then once we've done that, I already got this Hoola Beauty out. So I'm saying Hoola like it's Huda. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm using this little complexion blending brush from Eco Tools that I got from CVS. And with this same thing, I'm now going to trace where I contoured right here. But I'm not going past here. This is key, guys. Trust me. Stay over there. We're going to powder my forehead with this same. Go up into that hairline. You do not want to see the white meat of your forehead and your hair scalp. So let's get up in there. Pat, pat, pat. Okay. And then we're going to highlight. And I love this Laura Mercier palette, this Laura Mercier highlighter in the color Highlighting Powder Rose Glow. And then I'm going to use this brush, my highlight brush. It's a Sigma E, that either could be E30 or EC. You guys tell me what you think. Is that E30 or EC? Sigma brush, E30 or EC. And I love it because it's perfect for a nose highlight. And I'm literally gonna go starting where my eyes are. And I'm gonna drag it down to right here. And then I'm gonna do a little dot right here. And then I'm gonna dab it like this with my hand. Dab it like this on my bridge. But you saw that separation, we're not doing it all the way down. And then we're just gonna dab it so that it kind of blends. And then there we go. Guys, we're so close to the end. Then I am going to go in with, I don't know if this is a technique that I made up. I personally just still want the skin to look dewy. Yes, we've put powder on. Yes, we've put foundation. But this sponge is still my favorite word, moist. So I'm going to kind of just pat over everything with this, especially in these areas. And then the last thing we're going to highlight is these cheekbones. And I'm going to use Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand by Charlotte Tilbury, the Easy Highlighter Illuminating Facial. And guys, literally, I'm going to do tap, 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 and blend that in. This is going to give that dewy, glowy effect. But at the same time, again, it is not greasy. It's going to hold. It's got a shimmer, but it's not glittery. It's just going to give a youthful glow. And after I tap that with my finger, again, back with the Beauty Blender. Okay, guys, so the last few steps, I am going to now dab under my eyes again with whatever little bit of foundation or concealer I had left on my sponge under my eyes. And this is the only little bit of powder that I'm going to do under my eyes, and it is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. And it is, again, this yellow color. And guys, this is like the lightest film. It's not heavy at all. So I'm gonna tap, 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 look up, and hit that just a little bit. Like literally the littlest bit. You do not want a lot. Go right under the eyes. I'm gonna hit my forehead. And now I'm going to kind of start blending in those areas that I had powdered out. So again, around my nose, under the eyes. I'm gonna leave this for now, and I'm gonna do my lips. And I am using Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in the color Terracotta, and I love these lip liners. They're hands down my favorites. I actually own two of this exact same color because it's my go-to, and I love them the most because they don't require a sharpener. And I'm always finding myself literally scraping the edge of my lips with some wood, and I'm not here for it any longer. She just wants to be able to do this. Voila. So you guys know I love a good little overline. I am overlining my lips. Like so, and just kind of bringing that in a little bit. And then I'm going to use this Maybelline New York Superstay Ink Crayon in the color is from CVS. Literally, it says intended for sale at CVS. If found elsewhere, call, and there's a number. This is the Talk 95. Oh, wrong way. And I'm gonna fill my lips in with this. Fill that in like that. Try to blend out that lip liner a little bit. And then I'm gonna pop this lighter color in the middle, and this is Revolution Makeup London in the color Lover. I have no idea where I got this from. My spirit says CVS, but hey, could be wrong. Tap that right in the middle. I like that just the way that is. I'm gonna throw a gloss on top in just a little bit, but for now. And then I am going to go in with this Rare Beauty. Guys, this is the miniest mini of all time. I actually think this may have been a gift from Sephora. And it is, I don't even know what color. Oh, it says it right here. This is Believe Blush. And it is bomb, and literally all you need is like 1, 2 dot. 1, 2 dot. That was more like a 3 dot stitch. And then I'm going to use my finger to just kind of pop that onto the apples of my cheeks. Like so. I kind of want a little bit more. Rosy cheeks are in. But don't get crazy. But don't get crazy. And last but certainly not least, now we're going in with mascara. I am going to use Lancome's Tint Idéal Lash, and I actually use 2 different mascaras. This one is gonna be to blend my real lashes and the falsies that I have on, so I wanna get all up in the root, and this brush is perfect for that. It's curved like so, and I am gonna get all up in the root and make sure that you do not see where my fake lashes start and end. And you really want to get in there to do that. I'm going to use a different mascara for my bottom lashes. And I really love this one by Byredo because it actually has something in it that's supposed to help your lashes grow, which I technically don't need on my bottom lashes because they're mad long, way longer than my top. But I like the idea of it, so, and I like the way the packaging looks. So this is what I'm gonna use for my bottom lashes. I don't like to get too crazy with it. I don't wanna give Twiggy 70s vibes. And I naturally have really long bottom lashes, so I'm just gonna put just a little bit of it. But it has like a conditioner in it. Let's see what it's called. It's Astronomical Mascara Volume, and yeah, it's literally has like some kind of conditioning element for your lashes. And I just like how this brush is super precise. It doesn't get too crazy. So I love that. Then I'm literally gonna do 2 things and I'm done, I swear. 3 technically. Okay. Now that same little brush that I use, I'm gonna do a few last little highlights. Again, using the Sigma pencil in E30, I believe, and using the Laura Mercier Rose Glow. I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow right there. And I'm also going to highlight the corners of my eye right here. Like so, just give that a little pop right in there. And then I picked up this NYX Professional Makeup Bear With Me. Love this stuff. And it says it's going to hydrate for up to 8 hours. The multitasking spray. And it is sensitive skin friendly. And I can confirm she was not irritated. So this is... Oh, guys, I'm bugging. I needed to blend out this bottom. And I'm going to use this Heavenly Skin by CC Plus Skin Perfecting to buff out. What was left of the white powder. I need to clean my earring. Maybe go back in with, where did it go? With my rose ink, which I use to contour. There's definitely some dark contour left on this. Let's go over my jawline, blend, and now we're gonna spray. And then I kind of felt like this lip was a little too pink. So I ended up adding over it this Tower 28 color in Almond, and I always need a good juicy gloss. Actually, that is not what I wore there. Lana, what I wore is in my Amina Mawadi. It's the Lancome Juicy Tube. But we could do this for now. Should I do this for now or the Lancome Juicy Tube? We'll do the Lancome Juicy Tube. Even though this is looking really pink right now. Finally, we're just gonna add a little bit more glow to the face with a really juicy lip with Lancome's Juicy Tubes. And this is in the color Magic Spell. And I love that although this looks really pink, it's actually just gonna give a juicy, shimmery look. And smells bomb. Very proud of this look, guys. Very proud. Even though that day we were like snatched, which you guys know I love a good snatch, but we're not snatching today, but this is the final look. And I think it's really pretty. I kind of want to just do this. You guys love? I kind of love this. I think it's really pretty. I think there were a lot of steps and I couldn't stop yapping throughout the whole thing. But overall, I actually feel the most confident when I whip my own face together. Also, if it comes out wrong, I can't be mad at nobody but myself. And it's free 99. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this little makeup tutorial. I hope it inspires you. I hope it helps you out in some way. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments below. And most importantly, make sure that you subscribe to Love Always Adrian, because I stay with the hookups like the Kenzzi. You also can hit that description in the link. It'll take you right on over to Kenzzi.com, KENZZI.com for 20% off of my favorite gadget. You guys saw that Israel in the Kitchen has a lineup of gadgets on the counter. I have a drawer of amazing gadgets from Kenzzi, and I can't wait to show you all of them. So I will see you guys next week, Fridays. Don't miss it. Hit the notification button so that you're alerted every time there is a new episode of Love Always Adrian. Besitos.